getting a little bit stressy here. We're getting prepared for booking in day on July the 1st. And it's lovely starting this journey with the new pupils. I love that bit. And booking, it's always very upsetting for when you haven't got space for children that you want to teach. And in the past, we've always had Jane. She's our number 3 child, who writes limericks and haikus for us to sort of keep everybody cheerily on their way. And she's not going to be here this year to do that, and that's sad. We're going to miss her. So write us your limericks and your haikus and any poems to do with 11 plus. Does it have to be about 11 plus? It probably does. And we'll put it up on the website unless they're too rude. But send me the rude ones anyway, because anyway, I promise I'll put them up somewhere so you can see them. And yeah, no, it's getting, because we've got them booking in, and then we've got this year's lot coming up to the 11 plus. We've got last year's lot about to start secondary school, and it all definitely kicks off in sort of September. And then previous year's ones have just finished their A levels and O levels. So really and truly, it's a nice sort of, in many ways, calmer time. But hey ho, it is the nature of the job. Can I show you something? See this? If I do this, if I up the, that's the contrast button on these things. You're young again. And then if I turn the contrast down, can you see how I gradually get older? Good at it. Down and down and down. And then, see, I think I'm probably about there in real life, but it's sort of vaguely more flattering to go up here. And you can just do it, fiddling around with it. Isn't it great? So she's shaking her head. Isn't it great? No, it's not. It's a visual lie, but I like it all the same. My trip to the red jasper scene didn't end terribly well. I had my map in hand, and I know how to fold them because I was a cartographer in a previous life. I'm one of the few people that can open up and close a Ordnance Survey map and get it so it's neat at the end. So I'm proud of that skill. And so long as nobody else messes around with them and sort of messes the curves and things, they remain in pristine condition. So, got down there. By the time we had driven there, it was about an hour and a half in the car on some windy little roads. I was desperate for a wee. And of course there were no loos because it really is the back end of Beyond and round the corner. And yet it's not as quiet as you would think it might be. So there was a lay-by, but I thought, oh, somebody could be coming past. I can't have a sneaky wee here. And so anyway, I found the perfect spot. But already it was filling my heart with horrors because I was never good as a child at having a sneaky wee in the bushes. It drove my mum and my grandmother nuts. Just couldn't do it. And in fact, I think it was about my 4th or 5th child during pregnancy that I could come up with a sample. They say, can you go and wee in this pot? No. Well, I can. It's my bladder that's the problem. So, bladder issues already rearing their ugly head, but I was desperate. Eventually found somewhere where nobody could see, and I was unlikely to have anyone, I thought, this is it. I'd forgotten to check for stinging nettles and thingy-bob bits, and it was, oh, my poor bottom. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. So the perils of stinging nettles. It's not good, and I've got a big bottom, so it's a big problem. And then it's, and not even my husband, God bless him, could kiss all of that better, could he? No. And it was, So anyway, so afterwards we went to St David's to see if there were ice creams there. Well, to sort of have a look at the cathedral, but mostly to get some ice creams. And they were nice, but I have to say, I looked at them and I thought, I could smear that on my bottom and soothe the ache. Because by that time, my body was really buzzing. Bzzz. It felt like I had a whole load of ants doing a disco down my pants. It was a most unpleasant feeling. And then, of course, when you have a bath later on, it all goes and starts again. So an explosive large bottom, and not in the way that we normally think of. And the red jasper, that proved to be a disaster. I'll sort of put some bits in between that show you what it's all like. I think we found some purple jasper, a seam of purple jasper. I wasn't convinced that it was, but that's what I've been told it was. But the red jasper, apparently it's in a seam going around the headlight, and there's no way we could get down to it. I mean, they were precipitous drops, and it was down there somewhere. But I can't say he's an ex-pupil, but a boy that we're still in contact with quite regularly, who he did engineering at Cambridge, a very clever young man, who does rock climbing and canoeing and stuff. Do you think I might somehow manage to blackmail him or persuade him or otherwise cajole him into taking me round the headland to see if we can find some? I'm hoping. I know he does like a little bit of breakfast cake. I'll have to come up with some cunning ruse. All ideas gratefully received. Write a limerick about that. I love limericks. I adore limericks. And anyway, in the meantime, look after yourselves, and whenever you have a wee in the bushes, watch out for the nettles. Learn from my mistakes, my darlings. My big mistakes.